Next, let's take a look at watching a file or directory for changes over time. So I have a new file called createproxy.py. That will make more sense in the second part of the video, but for now, let's just go with it. So we need to import this and time. And we're going to do the repeating function in a bit of a different way, just to mix it up more than anything. You could do it with the previous method as well. So do repeat for, and we need to make a function to watch a directory. So we're going to add that path. Cool, and we'll just do print time.ctime to kind of prove it's working, and then we'll do return os.stat the path st underscore m time. This will give us some useful information about when something has changed with it, essentially. So we'll do an initial check. Check. Watch the path, and then start time. Time. Again, we'll add a counter, and this time, instead of doing it through threading, we'll just do it like this. So while it's running, check it. Watch the check that path, and then if that initial check returns something different to the current check, print the update run something, run your function essentially, and then finish check that equals that check again. Oops. Great, and then jump back out of there. Counter plus equals 1, so add it again, and then if that counter equals the repeat count, like we did last time, safely exit out of there with sys.exit. Cool, and then the most important part is this funky line. If we do time.sleep, every update minus time. So that's now minus the start time. And then we just want to put that update in there again. So what we're doing here is essentially locking ourselves in a time loop of going back and forth, but it seems to work fairly well. So let's just put time loop. Okay. So let's start running. Actually, before we run that, I should just point out, so we're pointing to this path here. So you'll see on my desktop I've added two files, directory, sorry. So inside here, we've essentially got a couple of versions of shots. So that's just the footage from earlier. Just pretending it's a couple of separate plates, and then there's also a third one here as well. And you see, I've just done a horrible color correction job on them just to show you the different shots. So what we're going to do is if we kick this off now, oops, Oops. I knew I was going to type something wrong in there. Time.sleep. Okay. Time. Oh, to encapsulate that in brackets. Cool. Let's kick that off. So that started running. We'll let it run again. And then now if we chuck something in there. Oops. Let's try that again, shall we? Just bump those numbers up again. Cool. So kick it off. It's watching it, and now we'll put that into there as if we've just, for instance, downloaded some new footage, got something turned over. Here we go. So this kicks off. So now we could, for instance, run our function to do whatever we want to do in here. And you could keep putting more stuff in there, or stuff could be downloaded from a server, or I don't know, Aspera, or something like this from an editorial team. And then here we go. Finish it out.